I think the only way that NYC is successful is based off of the testimonies of previous years and of the alums.
That's why I think teens go. I think it's the stories they hear of people that they know and respect and have a relationship with, and how impactful that event was in their lives that makes them want to go and experience it for themselves.
You know, that this isn't just one of many options to do while you're in high school. This isn't just one of many options for you to consider before you graduate high school. This is like a must. This is an imperative that needs to be part of your life, because it changed my life. And so as an alumni, I want to be an ambassador for what NYC represents.
I remember Tony Campolo, he would preach. All the preachers seemed to preach with their eyes closed. I don't know why, but up on the screen I remember. And I'm like 16 sitting there, and he's like, "We didn't bring you to NYC to make you nice boys and girls. We brought you here to become radical followers of Jesus Christ." And I was like, yes, that's what I want to be.
God just kind of tapped me on the shoulder and said, it's time. I want you to come down and accept a call to youth ministry. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. And I kind of wrestled with God in that moment. And so I went down to the altar and told God that I heard him, wrestled with that call for another few years, but that's the moment that I point to as God kind of tapped me on the shoulder and saying, I really want you to be a pastor. That's what I want you to do with your life.
God used this event to change my life. When I look back, those were the beginning stirrings of God's call in my life. I remember coming back from the trip and saying to a youth pastor, I think God's talking to me about ministry.
It put me on a trajectory that set me up to say yes to things. It positioned me to be able to take advantage of some opportunities later that I never would have had otherwise. And I'm hoping that's what it has done for my daughters, that it cements in their mind what it is to worship God, what it is to be the kind of person who's a force for the kingdom coming and for God's will being done in this world just like it is in heaven.
I remember saying that day, like, God, I'll spend the rest of my life thanking you for changing mine. And so I just pray and hope that it would continue to be successful, that it would continue to sell out stadiums, that people would send their kids, even with their questions and their doubts about what are they going to be doing there, knowing that the culture of the event is to do everything with excellence, but also to allow the Holy Spirit to do what the Spirit does.
When you gather that many students in one place, many of these students are coming from smaller churches. Even our larger churches need to see this is bigger than just my little world where I'm at. I think that's critical for a lot of those students.
It's a huge moment for a student to see they're part of something so much bigger than themselves, especially students, well, really from any size church, to be able to have that context of knowing I'm part of a big family. I'm part of an international church in a lot of ways.
NYC made my world way bigger. And God's going to show up here. There's something about what we do as Nazarenes every 4 years that I can't explain, but it's worth it. That's what I'm saying.